Imagine this, a 19-year-old college student full of dreams, brutally beaten to death in her own apartment, blood everywhere, a cryptic note left behind, and a killer who vanished for nearly a decade. This is the story of Faith Hedgepeth, a case that haunted North Carolina, stumped police, and left a family desperate for answers. Stick around because this one's a roller coaster of twists, DNA breakthroughs, and a suspect who might still hold secrets. Faith Hedgepeth was born on September 26, 1992, in Warren County, North Carolina. She was a member of the Halliwasaponi Native American tribe, raised by her mom, Connie, after her parents split early on. Growing up in Hollister, a small rural town, Faith was the youngest of 4 kids. Her mom named her Faith because she needed strength to raise another child in tough times. Her dad struggled with drugs, and money was tight. Faith was smart, driven, and determined to break the mold. She wanted to be a pediatrician or a teacher, something to give back to her community. In 2010, she earned a Gates Millennium Scholarship and enrolled at UNC-Chapel Hill as a biology major. By 2012, she was a junior, just weeks shy of her 20th birthday. Friends described her as outgoing, always smiling, the kind of person who lit up a room. But on September 7th, 2012, that light went out forever. On September 6th, Faith and her roommate, Karina Rosario, hit the library at UNC to study. Around midnight, they headed back to their off-campus apartment on Old Durham Road. But they weren't done for the night. At 12:30 a.m., they decided to go clubbing at a spot called The Thrill. Security footage shows them there, hanging out until about 2 a.m. when Karina started feeling sick. Faith drove them home, and they got back around 3 a.m. A downstairs neighbor heard loud noises like thumping around that time, but didn't think much of it. Then things get murky. 4:30 a.m., Karina left the apartment with 2 guys, saying Faith was asleep in bed. The front door was left unlocked. Fast forward to 11 a.m., Karina couldn't reach Faith for a ride home, so she got a lift from another friend, Marisol Rangel. When they walked in, they found a nightmare. Faith was in her bedroom, naked from the waist down, shirt pulled up, blood pooled around her head, leaning against the bed. Karina called 911, screaming about blood everywhere.
There's blood all over the pillows. I don't know what happened.
Is she breathing?
I don't think so.
Police arrived and confirmed she'd been beaten to death with an empty Bacardi rum bottle they found nearby. The crime scene was brutal. The autopsy showed Faith died from blunt force trauma to the head, multiple blows that crushed her skull. There were cuts and bruises on her arms and legs, blood splattered on the walls, and blood under her fingernails, hinting she fought back. Semen was found on her body, suggesting a sexual assault. Then there was this weird detail, a white takeout bag on the bed with a handwritten note in black marker. "I'm not stupid, bitch, jealous." The bottle had tissue fragments and a palm print too. Police collected DNA from over 50 spots in the apartment, all matching the same unknown male. They first looked at Karina's ex, Eric Jones. He'd threatened Faith before, mad she helped Karina dump him. But his DNA didn't match. They tested tons of guys from the Thrill that night. Nothing. A voicemail accidentally recorded at 1:23 a.m. from Faith's phone added more questions. An audio expert later claimed it caught Faith crying for help, a woman saying, "I think she's dying," and a man saying, "Do it anyhow." The name's Rosie, Karina's nickname, popped up, but it was too garbled to be solid evidence. For years, the case went cold. Police interviewed hundreds, tested 229 DNA samples, and even released a composite sketch in 2016 based on the killer's DNA: Latino, olive skin, dark hair. A $39,000 reward didn't crack it either. Faith's family kept pushing, starting a scholarship in her name for Indigenous women. Then in August 2021, a break.
In almost a decade, and tonight there's an arrest in the cold case murder of a UNC-Chapel Hill student who police say killed Faith Hedgepeth in 2012.
Miguel Enrique Salguero Olivares, a 28-year-old painter from Durham, got busted for a DUI in Wake County. His DNA, taken during that arrest, matched the crime scene. Semen, the bottle, everything. On September 16, 2021, Chapel Hill police arrested him for first-degree murder. Court documents later showed his palm print matched the bottle too. Investigators used ancestry technology to narrow him down through distant relatives' DNA. He wasn't on their radar before, no clear link to Faith or UNC. His mom swore he didn't know her, but the evidence said otherwise. Salguero Olivares was 19 when Faith died, the same age as her. He's been in jail since 2021, no bond. In November 2024, prosecutors added charges: first-degree rape, burglary and sexual offence. The trial's still not set. There's over 39,000 pages of evidence and 30 expert witnesses to sort through. It's been 12 years since Faith's murder, and her family's still waiting for justice. Was Salguero Olivares alone? Did he know Faith? What about that voicemail? Questions linger. As of March 27, 2025, the case is creeping toward trial, but it's not over. Faith's mom, Connie, once said she hopes the killer sees her daughter's smile every time they close their eyes. Maybe that'll happen in court. What do you think? Did they catch the right guy? Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe for more cases like this.